This is ABC 15 News.
Well, if your kids are old enough to be home alone after school, the last thing you want is for a problem to arise, especially a plumbing problem. That's why we have John Smith here with R2K Plumbing. He's going to flush out some tips on how to train your kids around plumbing. Unclog the details coming up.
Parents always look forward to that day that you can leave your kids home alone. The very first time can be pretty nerve-wracking, though. That's why you talk to your kids about what to do if there's an emergency. What if there's a smaller problem, maybe not 911 worthy, but something like an overflowing toilet? ABC 15's Brandon Hamilton, he's got us covered. You're an expert in this area, right, Brandon? What do kids need to know?
Well, I think we all know what you're supposed to put in the toilet, right? I don't have to explain that, hopefully not.
No.
But yes, there are some things you should not put in the toilet. That's why we have John Smith here with R2K Plumbing. Let's go to the kitchen first, though.
Sure.
You know, kids come home, they want to have a snack. What should you absolutely not put in the disposal?
Well, anything hard. If you can't chomp it with your teeth, you don't want to put it in your disposal, okay? One thing that always happens in my house is my kids have goldfish.
Oh, no.
And it's their responsibility to clean out the little goldfish tank.
You meant crack. Oh, you actually mean actual fish.
So they'll actually come in and try to clean their goldfish tank out in the sink, which will get that small gravel in there.
That's not
and
good.
then once that small gravel gets in there, it jams the disposal.
So quickly, what happens if it clogs up?
Okay, well, usually what happens is it just stops working completely, okay? But underneath here, there is a reset button, okay? The little red button there. Okay, so before you do anything with the disposable, you want to unplug it, okay? Because it's electricity and water. You don't want to mix the two, okay? But every disposal comes with a key, okay? So basically, you just put that key in. All right,
just
and then
like
you force it, believe it or not, for free, and it'll swing free just like that.
Makes sense.
Once it's freed up, then you want to make sure still unplugged. Look down there with the light to see what's clogging it up.
Very easy. All right, look under the sink. Look for that right there. All right, to the bathroom. Absolutely, what you should not put in a toilet.
Okay, the number one thing that always fears me is the ball.
The ball.
Okay, not only can children put a ball down a toilet, but so can pets.
Right.
Okay, so what happens with the ball is it floats, so it goes about halfway down, and so we use a plunger or we use a snake to unclog it, and that ball just floats up out of our way, and then it just keeps clogging up.
And so your advice to kids is to not be afraid if it does clog up. What do they need to do? They need to find these water things
under every toilet is a shutoff valve.
Okay.
Okay, so you want to teach your kids not to be afraid if the toilet starts to overflow. You want to teach them to reach down and just simply shut the water off.
Okay, makes sense.
Okay, which then in turn stops the toilet from overflowing. Okay, now what I do at my house is we take a walk, okay, and we take a walk around our entire house and we mark all the valves with their
smart.
Okay, so from a child from 7 on up can identify basically where the water is and how to shut it off.
So if it's an emergency, they know where to shut it off. John,
absolutely,
you are the man. So now you know what not to put in a disposal, what not to put in a toilet, and that makes sense right there. Walk around your house and mark the water supplies.
Brandon, we appreciate it more than you know. Well, parents everywhere rejoicing right now. Thanks for that.